On, family. I got a meeting tomorrow, so tomorrow we're gonna have a nice big meeting on YouTube talking about some of the major updates. Mostly because I'm about to take that money out, right? And since I'm about to take that money out, basically that first batch of money is going to fund it. Like basically, I think like half of the production and stuff, right? But more importantly, a lot of the early development. See, we got to do a lot of early development in order to even get slightly like ahead of this thing, right? We want to get a summer release, and a summer release requires a lot of like hundreds of animators, basically working before this month's over, right? Before this month's over, they need to be working full time. So we are going to be basically taking out whatever we have in the account at the end of Wednesday, right? So whatever we have in the account at the end of Wednesday, we're going to be taking out. And on top of taking that money out on Wednesday, right? Anybody who invested and had their money clear before Wednesday, they're going to have their contracts locked, right? You're going to get contracts signed immediately. So you don't have to wait until the end of the campaign to get a contract with Black Sands and to get locked into your early bird and everything else. You'll be locked in immediately. And furthermore, because we have your information locked in, and you can't really cancel after you're locked, right? So if you can't cancel after you're locked and you're locked in, then what happens is I can now get you the cards, right? So I can order the cards for you guys, the investor cards, and then I can have them shipped to you, probably in a month, maybe less. Meanwhile, everybody else has to wait 2 to 3 months from now. And that's assuming we have a fast campaign. If we have a very slow campaign, like not slow, but an average campaign, and it takes like 3 months, 4 months to finish, then they're going to be waiting till like Christmas to get their cards. Meanwhile, you're going to be getting your cards by mid-September or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. All right. So I think it's pretty important, check in if you're here right now. Check in. Let me know in the comments section what state you're representing, where you're at. Right? Hit that like button. Always hit that like button for the algorithm, man. Always hit that like button for the algorithm. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I know we're gonna be doing some pretty big numbers tomorrow because we have a big meeting, and people don't realize they have to lock in their investments now. Right? A lot of people just don't know it. Atlanta's in the house, Memphis, Pennsylvania, Oklahoma. Oklahoma. That's in the sticks. But no, I got a lot of people in Oklahoma City. I actually got one of my reporter friends out there in Oklahoma City. Teonia. Yeah, so one thing is this, right? If you're an investor in first of all, if you're an investor in Black Sands, let me know in the comment section because I'm talking to you, right? If you're an investor in the Black Sands anime already, if you wanted to increase your investment, you need to do that by Wednesday. If you want all of that to factor into your card, right, and all of that to factor into like whatever perks you're looking for and everything else, because what happens is this, right? Uh, it's gonna be having contracts. All the contracts that need to be signed are gonna be sent out probably on Wednesday, right? And basically what happens is you're all gonna sign your contracts, right? I'm gonna countersign all the contracts, and then you're gonna be basically locked in as a profit sharing holder for the Black Sands anime. That's gonna be pretty cool. But like I said, raising like saying, hey, I'll put some more money in after Wednesday, you're gonna have to wait like until like November. You're gonna have to wait until like November to get that contract. You know what I'm saying? Because after this first pull, there's no more pulls until the very end of the campaign. There's like no more pulls at all until the end of the campaign. So if you didn't get that money in then, you're kind of stuck, man. You're kind of stuck. Let's see, Momoff. Yeah, Momoff, man. I've been talking to you for a minute, man. Been seeing you quite often. Nazarene, what's up? Anybody who doesn't have the link to the investment round, is anybody here who's in the live right now who usually doesn't really get emails from us, doesn't have the link to the investment round, doesn't know how to get there. If that's you, let me know. I'll try to get you that information so you can get there. Basically, what we want to do is lock them in. Lock them in right now because we're going to do a lot of work. Tomorrow in the meeting, not now, but tomorrow in the meeting, I'm going to disclose a lot of information about what are we spending the money on right away, right? What are we going to deliver right away? These are important things, right? So one, you're going to see that we're deploying a lot of people, but not only deploying a lot of people, but giving deliverables. So you're going to have like actual like list of deliverables that you'll see in real time, so you know that we're not messing around, right? We're not messing around. We're not hoping that we do an anime. No, we're making the anime that we were specifically talking about. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. We are making the anime that we are specifically talking about. Period. And I think, I think once you start seeing those deliverables, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is mad legit. Like they're moving forward quick. You know what I mean? Yeah, it really depends, right? It depends on how you send the money in too. For instance, if you do like a wire transfer, it takes forever, right? If you do a wire transfer, it takes forever. If you do a ACH or a card, it's like 1 day, right? 1 to 2 days. Check whenever the check gets there, right? You send a check to them whenever it gets there. But wire transfer takes like 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know why. It says 5 days. It's not 5 days. It says 5 days, but it's never 5 days. I've been dealing with WeFunder for years. It never 5 days when it comes to wire transfers. Yeah, man. So I'm pretty excited about people locking in. I'm pretty excited about getting this first round of contracts out, right? I want to get these contracts out. And more importantly, the big thing I'm most excited about is getting these artists deployed, right? Getting these animators deployed, getting the director deployed, right? These are things that will really help get like deliverables done, right? Because at this point, once we have such a massive investor pool, we're basically working exclusively on deliverables. Like we have to deliver, and the investors need to know that we're hitting certain milestones. You know what I mean? So if we can consistently deliver on our promises and deliver the milestones and stuff like that, more people are going to like jump onto the bandwagon, right? So so we're pretty excited about that. And tomorrow I'm gonna have a whole list of these deliverables that we're gonna try to get to you guys as soon as possible. Right? We're only gonna give you samples though. We're not gonna give you like the whole bag because a lot of that is protected property until the show actually comes out, right? But we are gonna give you enough where you clearly understand what's going on, right? Like instead of seeing like an entire episode's animatic, we can't show you an entire episode, but we can show you like 3 minutes, right? We can show you like a good 3 minutes of an animatic and stuff, where you see a continuous clip, 3 minutes long, right? So we could do some testing and everything else. But you know, that's the kind of stuff that we're probably going to be disclosing. Anyways, how are people feeling about the process? Did you was it seamless when you tried to invest on WeFunder? Was it like a good experience, or was it kind of like a little bit hard, difficult? Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure because as I'm convincing people to join our movement and stuff, we're gonna have to deal with people who've never invested before in their lives, right? And you never invested before in your life, you think it's a very complicated process, right? So maybe somehow being able to explain that it's not a complicated process will go a long ways in trying to get people to try WeFunder for the first time. You know what I mean? Good, good, good. I always wonder that. Now I'm trying to figure out. I want to get to like $1 million before I pull, right? But I'm also very tired. I can't front, man. It took a lot of power and energy to get to where we're at now, right? And honestly, I just need to reset. I'll be honest with you. I need to reset. So I'm like looking for ways to like knock this out, right? But at the same time, I'm like, once I get to 1 million, I'm probably gonna like take a week off. Like I'm gonna take a week off and just relax and reset so I can go back into the grind, right? Because when you're raising capital like this, you gotta pace yourself. You have to pace yourself. Unless like something happens, like you get a massive like article or newsletter or something like that from like a really big name, like the grind is the grind. Like you're gonna be pulling teeth to try to get investors and new investors over and over again, right? Because it's a process, man. Oh, Anthony Lee, man, thank you, man. Appreciate you for real. Getting two family members, that's always great, man. You know what? We should have like a competition. We should have a competition. That's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna do a competition. I'm gonna do a competition where it's like if you can prove, right? If you can people who convert like family members and stuff like that. I said depending on how many family members you get is how many like books you'll get, right? So I can like ship like books to people, signed books, based off of how many family members they got, right? And it's like a certain amount of tier or something like that, right? We just play that game, boom, 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 boom. That'd be a cool little like mini game people could play, right? Where it's like the more people you get, right? If you got like a verified list of people that you brought in, right? And I cross reference the names and stuff like that. I can get y'all like free perks and stuff, right? Free books, whatever, right? Because I got tons of books, so that's not a problem at all. And signing books, shipping books, that's easy, right? But it's like a cool little bonus, a little like extra gift for people who are doing the most, right? Because at the end of the day, man, getting friends and family to be a part of this, that's really better than most things because at the end of the day, right, it's a numbers game, right? I could have investors that put a $2,000 down all day, but it's a numbers game. I'm gonna need like 3,000 investors. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need like 3,000 investors. So when you need like 3,000 investors, then it's a numbers game. It's not really a game of oh yeah, I got a high level investor, right? Unless that person's dropping 100K or something, that really don't matter. It don't matter if you have like high numbers if you're not getting like 40, 50 investors a day, 40, 50 investors a day. So, someone being able to bring in two, three, four members of their community, family or friends or whatever, that means a lot because if a lot of people are doing that, you can easily get your numbers up faster. Momo putting it down. What's up, Giorgio? How you doing, man? How you doing? We just chatting out here tonight, man. I'm telling everybody, but tomorrow's meeting is going to be pretty important. Tomorrow meeting going to be pretty important, but people who want to increase their investments, they probably should do it before Wednesday because on Wednesday we're going to be locking contracts. All right, so all the early adapters of Black Sands are going to get their contracts locked. That's good. It means you'll get investor cards pretty fast. You'll probably get investor cards mid September or something like that, right? Investor cards will be out mid September. You guys can order them then, right? And you're locked. You're officially a freaking card carrying member, like owner of the Black Sands anime. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Jeremy, what's good, man? Everybody's hopping in here now. Everybody's hopping in here. Yeah, we were just talking about how we're like we're putting in a lot of work to get our family and friends involved in this investment round, at least at the minimum, right? At least at the minimum, because wouldn't it suck if later on in life, you're basically your whole family's a diehard Black Sands fans, so you got to buy all these tickets. You got to buy like 4 or 5 tickets for your kids and your wife and your husband or whatever, and you ain't getting a dime off of that. Meanwhile, there are people that you know, right? People you know who are investors in Black Sands who are literally getting paid for going to that see that movie, for going to stream that show on Netflix and stuff like that. And you're not getting paid because you didn't participate. You know what I'm saying? Like that just sucks. Even if it's not a lot of money, the fact that you're not getting paid and somebody else is, even though they only put like 250 in, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Can you start in September? What does that mean? Can you start in September? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Reword that question with more context, because I don't know what to start. Oh yeah, definitely. Naming the credits. They can't argue with that, right? Naming the credits. Naming the credits. Let's see, what else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. If you haven't gone to the campaign, wefunder.com/Black Sands Anime. That's to invest for anybody here who hasn't gone to the campaign yet. Everybody else, though, you already invested. Make sure to make whatever adjustments you have to make by Wednesday, all right? You're probably gonna get an email sometime next week saying, hey, we're about to lock contracts. Make your choices, because after this date, and they're gonna give you a date, you can't make any more choices. This money is locked. You will not get another, you say you will not get any more opportunities. Let's see. If it's successful, will there be another run? Yes, in the next movie. So not this one, but the next movie. Now the full season, the regular season of Black Sands, we probably won't do a public investment round for that, just because you really can't make much money off of that. You can't make much money off of like a TV show. TV shows are more like advertisements, right? For licensing. They're not like cash cows. Cash cows are films, things that hit theaters, right? Things that can be monetized in that way. And those will be the films. So the first film, the third, and then the next film that comes after the next 10 episodes. So it's going to be 3 episodes, which is the first film, 10 episodes, which is first half of season 1, 3 episodes, which is going to be in movie theaters again, the second film, and then the last 10 episodes to finish up season 1. That's the Black Sands release schedule over the course of 2 years. So from the first movie to the last 10 episodes, it's going to be a good 2 years between all of that. So you'll probably look at new releases every 6 months. Let's see. Someone said, how do we get paid back? Through WeFunder. So we're going to send WeFunder a check, right? We'll send WeFunder a check, and they'll distribute the money based off of what percentage of owner of the investor pool you're in, right? So if you did like 250, then 250 at the two out of 2.5 million, right, or 2.25 million, they'll break that up, right? So you have your percentage, and then they'll cut you a check for that. It's either a check or it's direct deposit or something like that. I don't know how they do it, but they pay you, right? We just pay them the lump sum. So like we send them a check for like $5 million, right? We say, hey, we have this much money for the investors, $5 million, and then they go, okay, I'm gonna break that up for them, so they all get their percentage. Start investing in September? No, we already started. D Reed, we already started. Hey, can somebody in the chat go and put the link in the chat? I can't type stuff in the chat for some reason. For some dumb reason, when I'm on my mobile phone doing a live, I can't type in the chat. So can somebody type in the chat the link to the investment round? I think this person, I think D Reed doesn't have the link to the Black Sands anime investment round. Rayvon doesn't have it as well. So somebody put the link into the thing, and then they can copy it and go to the investment round. Oh, D, you've been in the hospital. Got you, got you, got you. Are you closing the round early? No, this is just the first pull. So what happens is this, right? This is how it works. I'm allowed one pull, right, in a campaign. So let's say I'm raising $2.25 million, right? I'm raising $2,250,000. That's the maximum goal for this round. I can pull money out at any point, one time, right? So what I want to do, hopefully we can pull it off, is I want to get past $1 million before we pull the money. Because I'm going to pull the money next week. I'll pull the money next week. But I want to get to about $1 million. That way I have a nice cushion, a good runway, so we can do a lot of the movie, like right away. We don't have to wait for nothing. We can start deploying the artists. We can start deploying the animators. We can start deploying the director and all that good stuff. We can deploy that immediately, right? And we'll be ready for October. October is a very big moment for us, all right? October is a huge moment for us because basically pre-selling the rights globally, right? So let's say someone in Saudi Arabia, right? Saudi Arabia wants to show Black Sands in their movie theaters. They got to buy the rights to that. They have to buy the rights to that. So this is where we're going to have a lot of stuff done in order to be able to pre-sale global rights, right? So we got to get a lot done, and we got to do it fast. So we're going to be pulling that money out next week so we can start deploying, and you guys are going to see a lot of updates, right? Because while we're doing it, we might as well show you what we're doing, right? And it's going to build a lot of trust, a lot of public trust by seeing a lot of those deliverables. Hey, nobody put the link in the chat. What's going on, guys? WeFunder.com/BlackSandsAnime. Can somebody type that out? Type it out, please. WeFunder.com/BlackSandsAnime. That's what you want to go to. If you want to invest in Black Sands, you can invest today. The investment round's been up for about 4 days, right? The investment round's been up for 4 days. We're about to cross $900,000. So we're about to cross $900,000, and we have about 900 investors. We have 900 investors so far. D. Alex says, "Are you able to invest after you pull out?" Yes, yes. But it'll be considered a completely separate investment. All right, it won't be combined because the ones that are contracted are done. They can't be adjusted or anything else. The people who are invested in the 1 million pool will still get their investments paid out. Everybody's getting paid out. I don't know what you mean. Every single person who will eventually gets a locked contract, right? Every single person who gets a signed contract is going to be a profit sharing holder for the Black Sands anime. So when the anime starts making money, they're going to get their cut, no matter what. Period. Oh, YouTube must be blocking it. Okay. Maybe put a space in there, right? Don't put it don't matter, man. WeFunder.com/BlackSandsAnime. People listen to me, right? WeFunder.com/BlackSandsAnime. That's what you gotta do. And you can go to the investment round. Do the people before the pull get a contract? I don't really know what that means. I mean, I just said that the people who are already invested before the pull are getting their contracts finalized, like right then, right? When we pull, it's going to send you an email and saying, "Hey, we're about to pull this money out in 48 hours," right? If you wish to change or cancel or whatever, You have 48 hours to do so. After that, we're locking all contracts, and these people are finalized. They're official investors in the Black Sands anime. It gives you a couple of days to pull out if you want to like cancel, right? And that's it. Uh, no, it's not a cost issue. It's 100% at the discretion of the partner, right? So whoever owns the movie theaters, and we're talking about like the big brands like AMC or something like that, but whoever owns the movie theater chains, it's their decision based entirely off of whatever factors they feel um, are good behind it, right? Maybe it's star power, maybe it's traction, maybe it's viral news coverage, whatever, right? But that's the kind of things that they're going to decide how many theaters is going to be in, right? On the low end, probably 500, right? But it could be as much as 2,000 theaters. You never know. No, the pre-sales that I was talking about is for global rights. So that has nothing to do with how many theaters it's going to be in, right? People who are buying the global rights, they already own all the theaters. You know what I mean? Like other countries don't have a lot of competition when it comes to movie theaters, right? So it usually is like one major company that basically handles most the movie theaters in that country. So if you can get if somebody from Germany says, "Hey, I want to show Black Sands in Germany or whatever," they're just gonna buy like for like damn near the entire country, like right? And they still decide how many theaters they want to put it in, right? But they're buying for the right to show it in their country. Period. You know what I mean? I think it would make a lot of money in France, believe it or not. French people love Egypt. French people love Egypt, so I think they're gonna spend a lot of money on Black Sands. Contracts will be in your portfolio on WeFunder. But you will get an email from WeFunder saying, "Hey, just let you know, you guys signed your contract." That's it. They're gonna make you sign your contract, but that's it. They're not gonna send you a copy of your contract. Your contract's gonna be in WeFunder in your portfolio. You can download it if you like, but that's where it's gonna be. I'm trying. I'm trying, man. Anyways, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Like I said, if you want to increase your investment, feel free to do so before Wednesday. Okay, before Wednesday because it's gonna lock. It's gonna lock everything down. Okay, so does the pull reflect in the raised amount? No, it won't. Nobody will know that the money was taken out. Right? It's not gonna say 900,000 was already taken. Like they ain't gonna show any of that stuff. That's a purely back end thing from our company be able to go and like pull some money out, right? Because like when you're raising money, let's say you're raising $3 million, right? You don't need $3 million today in order to start doing what you're trying to do, right? You might need $1 million today to start doing what you're trying to do. Not three though. 3 million is for the entire freaking production altogether, right? Of whatever the hell they're trying to do. So they allow people to take some money out early just so they can like get into operations as soon as possible, right? You want to get into operations as soon as possible. When will it open back up? Don't know. After Wednesday, can we invest again? Uh, yes. Yes, if you haven't reached your investment limit, you can invest again. It'll just be considered like a separate investment. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be pulled in with the stuff that it's already locked. You know what I mean? It won't be pulled together. All right, guys. I'll you later. Peace.